My friends, success is never an accident. It is the direct result of consistent habits practiced every single day. And if you study the most successful men and women in history, you'll discover one common trait: they all protect their mornings. The way you start your day determines the quality of everything that follows. Your morning routine is not just a set of actions, it is the foundation of your entire life. So, let me share with you some powerful routines that successful people practice each morning to create focus, energy, and unstoppable momentum. When you study the lives of the most successful people, one of the first habits you will notice is that they wake up early. This single decision creates a ripple effect through their entire day. Rising early is not simply about getting out of bed before others. It is about seizing the quietest, most undisturbed hours of the day to focus on what matters most. In the early morning, distractions are minimal. The world is still and your mind is fresh. These hours are a gift, and those who use them wisely create momentum that carries them through the rest of the day. Think about it. When you wake up late, you immediately begin the day in a rush. You're playing catch up, reacting to demands, and scrambling to meet deadlines. You enter the day with stress instead of clarity. But when you wake up early, you are in control. You set the pace, you decide the priorities, and you give yourself a head start. It is like beginning a race several steps ahead of everyone else. Those early hours are where leaders, creators, and visionaries gain their edge. Waking up early also gives you time to invest in yourself. Before the phone starts ringing, before emails pile up, before the noise of the world takes over, you can dedicate uninterrupted time to your health, your learning, and your goals. You can read, exercise, meditate, or simply plan your day with focus and calm. These activities may seem small, but they compound over time. 10 minutes of reading each morning becomes dozens of books in a year. 20 minutes of exercise becomes a stronger, healthier body. A few minutes spent planning creates a day filled with intentional action rather than chaos. There is also a psychological advantage to waking up early. When you rise before the majority of people, you feel a sense of accomplishment even before the day has truly started. That feeling of discipline builds confidence, and confidence builds momentum. Each time you wake up early, you reinforce the belief that you are in charge of your life, not your alarm clock, not your habits, and not your excuses. It is a small victory that sets the tone for larger victories throughout the day. Some people say they are not morning people. But the truth is, anyone can train themselves to rise earlier with consistency. It requires discipline at night, going to bed earlier, limiting distractions, and choosing rest over entertainment. But this discipline is the price of success. When you choose to wake up early, you choose long-term rewards over short-term comfort. You trade a little bit of sleep for a lifetime of progress. The reality is simple. Those who wake up early own their mornings, and those who own their mornings own their lives. If you want to achieve more, if you want to live with purpose and clarity, the first step is to rise earlier than you did yesterday. Those quiet hours will become the foundation on which you build your success. Successful people understand that the way they think shapes the way they live, and that is why they start their mornings with gratitude and reflection. This is not just a nice habit. It is a powerful mental reset that aligns the mind with positivity and purpose before the noise of the world sets in. When you wake up and immediately focus on what is wrong, what is missing, or what you fear, you create a state of negativity that colors your entire day. But when you take even a few minutes to acknowledge what you already have, to recognize the progress you've made, and to reflect on what truly matters, you program your mind to see possibilities instead of problems. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance and from worry to hope. Imagine the difference between two people. One wakes up complaining about being tired, about the traffic, about work, about how unfair life seems. The other wakes up and spends 5 minutes reflecting on 3 things they are grateful for. Maybe health, family, or simply the gift of another day. Which one do you think walks into the day with more energy, optimism, and resilience? The answer is obvious. Gratitude is not about ignoring challenges. It is about choosing the mindset that allows you to face them with strength. Reflection adds another dimension to this practice. Gratitude is about appreciating the present, but reflection is about learning from the past and setting direction for the future. In the quiet of the morning, you can ask yourself important questions. What did I do yesterday that moved me closer to my goals? What can I do today to improve? Where am I wasting energy on things that do not matter? These moments of reflection are like a compass. They prevent you from drifting aimlessly and keep you aligned with your bigger vision. Science confirms the benefits of this practice. Studies show that people who practice gratitude regularly experience lower stress levels, better sleep, improved relationships, and even stronger immune systems. But beyond the science, there is a simple truth. When you start your day by focusing on what is right instead of what is wrong, you feel lighter, calmer, and more motivated to take action. Gratitude opens the door for creativity, problem solving, and connection with others. It sets the emotional tone that determines how you respond to challenges and opportunities throughout the day. The most successful people do not leave their mindset to chance. They create it deliberately. Some write in a journal every morning, noting down 3 things they are grateful for. Others pray, meditate, or simply sit quietly with their thoughts. The method does not matter. What matters is the habit. Consistency is the key. When practiced daily, gratitude and reflection rewire your thinking patterns. You stop seeing obstacles as roadblocks and start viewing them as opportunities to grow. If you want to live with clarity, energy, and purpose, begin each day with gratitude and reflection. Do not wait for life to be perfect before you feel thankful, because perfection never comes. Instead, choose gratitude now in the small things, in the simple blessings. Reflect on who you are becoming and how you can grow. This morning habit will not only change your day, it will change your entire life. One of the greatest secrets of successful people is that they understand the connection between the body and the mind. They know that without energy, focus fades, productivity drops, and motivation weakens. That is why moving the body every morning is a vital part of their routine. It does not mean spending hours in the gym or training like an athlete. It simply means doing something that wakes up your body, increases blood flow, and fills you with energy to take on the day. Even 10 or 15 minutes of stretching, walking, yoga, or light exercise can transform your state of mind and prepare you for success. When you wake up, your body has been still for 6 to 8 hours. Your muscles are tight, your circulation is slow, and your brain is not fully alert. The quickest way to overcome that sluggishness is movement. Physical activity floods the brain with oxygen and endorphins, the chemicals that create feelings of happiness, focus, and clarity. That's why after even a short workout, you feel lighter, sharper, and more optimistic. You are not just exercising your body, you are sharpening your mind. Motion creates emotion, and the right kind of emotion gives you momentum for the rest of the day. Think of it this way: every morning you face 2 choices. You can hit snooze, roll over, and start the day feeling tired and behind, or you can get up, move your body, and begin the day with power and control. Successful people choose the second option because they know it sets the tone for everything that follows. A strong body creates a strong mind, and a strong mind leads to strong results. It is a cycle that feeds itself, but it begins with that first decision to move. Science supports this truth. Studies show that morning exercise improves memory, increases concentration, boosts mood, and reduces stress. It also enhances discipline because when you commit to moving your body every morning, you're practicing self-control. You're training yourself to do what needs to be done, not just what feels comfortable. That habit of discipline carries over into your work, your relationships, and your goals. You become the kind of person who takes action instead of making excuses. Movement in the morning also creates time for reflection and problem solving. Some of the best ideas come while walking, running, or stretching because the mind is relaxed, free, and open. It is no coincidence that many of the most successful leaders and creators in history made physical activity a non-negotiable part of their day. They understood that energy is not something you wait for. It is something you generate. So, if you want to live with more energy, clarity, and drive, make movement a part of your morning routine. It does not matter how busy you are or how small you start. 10 push-ups, a 5-minute walk, or simple stretches are enough to build the habit. Over time, that habit will grow stronger, and so will you. Remember, the body you build is the foundation of the life you build. Move your body each morning, and you will move your life forward every day. What you feed your mind every morning is just as important as what you feed your body. Successful people understand that the quality of their thoughts determines the quality of their lives. This is why they dedicate part of their morning routine to feeding their minds with positive, useful, and inspiring information. Your mind is like a garden. If you plant seeds of wisdom, knowledge, and motivation, it will grow into strength and clarity. But if you allow negativity, gossip, and distraction to take root, your garden will be overrun with weeds. Each morning, you have the choice of what kind of seeds you will plant. When most people wake up, the first thing they do is reach for their phone. They scroll through social media, emails, or news headlines filled with fear, noise, and negativity. Without realizing it, they allow the outside world to dictate their mindset before they've even taken control of their day. Successful people make a different choice. Instead of consuming distractions, they consume knowledge. They read books, listen to motivational audio, review their goals, or study something that sharpens their skills. They know that the first thoughts of the day shape their attitude and decisions for hours to come. Even 10 minutes of reading in the morning can change the course of your day. A few pages of a good book can spark an idea, remind you of your purpose, or shift your perspective on a problem. Listening to an audiobook or a powerful speech while you get ready can fill your mind with wisdom and motivation before you step into the world. Reviewing your goals or affirmations can reprogram your subconscious mind to believe in your ability to succeed. Every one of these practices is an investment in yourself, and over time, these investments compound. A book a month becomes 12 books a year. 12 books a year can transform your level of knowledge, confidence, and opportunities. Feeding your mind also means protecting it. Just as you would not fill your body with junk food first thing in the morning, you should not fill your mind with mental junk. Be careful about what you allow into your head when you first wake up. Avoid negativity, drama, or unnecessary noise. Guard your focus. Those first hours are sacred, and what you allow in will shape your performance. Successful people are intentional about this. They don't leave their mindset to chance. They design it. The truth is simple. Your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. If you want to achieve more, you must think differently. And if you want to think differently, you must feed your mind differently. Begin each morning with knowledge, inspiration, and clarity. Over time, you will notice that your confidence grows, your creativity expands, and your decisions become sharper. The mind, like a muscle, grows stronger when you challenge it and weaker when you neglect it. So make it a habit to feed your mind every morning with the kind of thoughts and ideas that will move you closer to the life you desire. Clarity is the starting point of all achievement, and that is why successful people begin their mornings by setting clear priorities for the day. Without direction, even the most talented person will waste energy on things that do not matter. It is like running fast in the wrong direction. You are busy, but you are not making progress. Every morning, you have a choice. You can drift through the day, reacting to whatever comes your way, or you can design your day with intention and focus. The difference between those two choices is the difference between average results and extraordinary success. When you wake up and immediately write down your top priorities, you give yourself a roadmap for the day. Instead of asking, "What do I feel like doing?" you ask, "What will move me forward the most?" Successful people know that the human brain is easily distracted. Without a clear plan, we are pulled in every direction by other people's demands, emails, and small tasks that make us feel busy but not productive. By setting priorities, you protect yourself from distraction. You create a shield around your time and energy, ensuring that your effort is invested in what truly matters. A powerful method is to choose the top 3 tasks that, if completed, would make the day a success. Not 20, not 10, just 3. This forces you to focus on quality, not quantity. Often, people spend their energy on low-value tasks simply because they are easy or urgent. But successful people understand the difference between urgency and importance. Urgent tasks scream for attention, but important tasks are the ones that shape your future. By setting clear priorities in the morning, you guarantee that your time goes to the important things first. There is also a psychological power in this practice. When you wake up, write your priorities, and then complete them one by one, you build momentum. Each finished task creates a sense of accomplishment, and that accomplishment fuels motivation for the next task. On the other hand, when you drift through the day without clarity, you often end the evening feeling tired but unsatisfied because you were busy without being effective. Clarity eliminates that frustration. It gives you control over your results. This habit also reduces stress. Most stress comes from trying to do too many things at once or not knowing where to start. But when you have a clear plan, the confusion disappears. You don't waste time wondering what to do. You simply act. You move from task to task with focus and confidence, and this creates peace of mind. Successful people value this calm focus because it allows them to perform at their best. In the end, setting priorities is about more than productivity. It is about purpose. Each morning is a chance to ask yourself, what really matters today? What actions will bring me closer to the life I want? When you answer those questions and commit to those actions, you stop living by chance and start living by design. And when you make this a habit, you transform not just your days, but your entire future. One of the most powerful habits successful people practice each morning is the act of visualization. This is not about daydreaming or wishful thinking. It is about deliberately creating a picture in your mind of the life you want and the day you are about to live. The truth is that everything in life is created twice, first in the mind and then in reality. Buildings, businesses, inventions, careers, even relationships, all of them began as an image in someone's imagination before they became real. Successful people know this, and that is why they take time every morning to visualize success before stepping into the world. When you visualize, you are programming your subconscious mind. You are teaching it to focus on opportunities instead of obstacles, on solutions instead of problems. Your brain does not fully distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a real one, which means that when you repeatedly picture yourself achieving your goals, your mind begins to believe it is possible. That belief creates confidence, and confidence drives action. Action, of course, is what produces results. This is why athletes, entrepreneurs, leaders, and performers across the world use visualization as a tool. It prepares their minds and bodies for success before the moment even arrives. Consider the difference between someone who starts their day worrying about everything that could go wrong and someone who spends a few minutes imagining everything going right. The worrier will carry tension, doubt, and fear throughout the day, which will influence their behavior. The person who visualizes success, on the other hand, walks into the day with calmness, confidence, and clarity. They have already lived their success in their mind, so when challenges arise, they face them with certainty instead of panic. Visualization does not eliminate challenges, but it transforms how you respond to them. The practice itself is simple. Close your eyes each morning and picture your day unfolding exactly as you would like. See yourself completing your top priorities with focus and ease. Imagine walking into meetings confident and prepared. Picture yourself speaking clearly, acting decisively, and responding calmly to difficulties. Go further. Visualize your bigger goals. See yourself achieving that promotion, building that business, improving your health, or living the lifestyle you dream about. The clearer and more detailed the picture, the stronger the impact on your subconscious mind. A visualization also works best when combined with emotion. Don't just see the image, feel it. Feel the pride of accomplishment, the relief of overcoming challenges, the joy of reaching your goals. Those emotions fuel motivation, and that motivation drives consistent effort. The more often you practice visualization, the more natural it becomes to act in alignment with your goals. You begin to think, speak, and behave like the person you are becoming, not just the person you are today. At its core, visualization is about ownership. It is choosing not to let the day happen to you, but to design it in your mind first. It is choosing to believe in possibility rather than limitation. And over time, this morning practice shapes not just your days, but your destiny. If you can see it in your mind, and you are willing to act on it, you can create it in your life. Success is not something that happens overnight, nor is it something reserved only for a select few. Success is built in the small, consistent choices you make every single day. It is the result of discipline, focus, and intentional action. And perhaps the most important truth of all is this: how you begin your day determines how you live your life. Your morning set the tone, the rhythm, and the energy for everything that follows. That is why the routines of successful people are so powerful. They transform ordinary mornings into extraordinary foundations for achievement. Think back to what we've covered. The first choice is to wake up early. This is not just about setting an alarm. It is about claiming time for yourself before the world makes demands of you. Early mornings are a gift, a chance to get ahead, and those who take advantage of them create momentum before others have even started. The second choice is gratitude and reflection, which shift your mindset from negativity to positivity, from stress to clarity. It reminds you of what you have and who you are becoming, and that alone changes the way you face the challenges of the day. Then comes the decision to move your body. Energy is the fuel of success, and without it, your dreams remain just dreams. By moving your body, even in small ways, you generate the energy that your mind and spirit need to perform at their best. After that, feeding your mind ensures you are programming yourself with wisdom, inspiration, and direction instead of negativity and noise. What you consume shapes who you become, and when you begin your mornings with knowledge, you build a mind that is strong, sharp, and focused. Setting clear priorities transforms your day from chaos into clarity. Instead of reacting, you take control. Instead of scattering your energy, you direct it toward what truly matters. This habit alone can double or triple your productivity over time. And finally, visualization gives you the power to design your life before it happens. By seeing your success in your mind, you build the confidence and drive to make it real in the world. You stop living by chance and start living by design. Each of these habits is powerful on its own, but when combined, they create a system that virtually guarantees progress and success. Wake up early to claim time, practice gratitude to fuel your heart, move your body to energize your spirit, feed your mind to sharpen your focus, Set priorities to create clarity and visualize success to ignite confidence. Together, these practices form a morning routine that can transform not just your day, but your destiny. And here is the most important part. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to master everything at once. Start small. Choose one habit. Build consistency. Then add another. Over time, your mornings will transform and so will your life. Remember, success is not about doing everything. It is about doing the right things consistently. So tomorrow morning, when you wake up, don't fall into the trap of rushing, reacting, or drifting. Take control. Choose your habits. Create your morning routine with intention and discipline. Because when you master your mornings, you master your days. And when you master your days, you master your life. Success is built in the mornings. Make yours count.